All right, morning meditation. Here we come. Ah. Buenos dias, buenos dias. These are my thoughts and what I've been thinking. Let the people choose to either come in or stay sleeping. Y'all know we gotta make our morning cup of cafe. Because what? It's gonna be a good ass day. And your girl literally just like woke up like bing with discernment on my mind. And I'm gonna keep doing this until it catches on. Cause I feel like this is such a vibe to wake up and be like, you know what? To wake up and know what it is you want to hear. So I know when I wake up, like, I automatically, like, put on church music. No, let me not lie to y'all. I put on church music sometimes. But more times than not, I'll put on, like, some binaural beats or something. To get my creative juices going. Something's off with my coffee. That's why I have to use azúcar. I'm not in no rush today. I'm getting my own vibe for morning meditation. I'll be rushing and I'll be like waiting for the people to pile up. They will. But right now, the people will come. We're setting the tone for the morning. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Get your cafe, roll your blunt, and let's talk. Hey, little girl. Good morning. All right. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday. She got her septum pierced. I feel like she's going through her own transformation, which I think is beautiful. And as a mother, like, you know, I was just talking to her yesterday, and I was like, I'm so excited to see your transformation as a woman. You get what I mean? Like, I've led you this far as a mother, like with, you know, what I know and the best I can do and guiding you in the right direction. And to know, like, my kid turned 25 yesterday, and like, I was like, bro, do you need money? You need anything? And she was like, dude, I'm just gonna get my septum pierced. Does it hurt? Like, when I looked at her, I felt like I was looking in the mirror. I was like, oh my God, like, she really is like me. And most parents be like, I don't want their kid to be anything like me. Nah, I am very much, I don't know if this is like, I don't know. Good morning. Welcome to morning meditation. I hope you have a blunt and a coffee because we get deep in the morning. 4:44 on the clock, y'all. Look at the clock. Pay attention. Be present. You know why? Because we're going to have a good fucking day today on purpose because we deserve it. So wherever you are, just put me in your earbud and let it ride because all the way through for an hour, it's a vibe. But y'all know I get up, I have my coffee, I roll my blunt, and I gotta start my day in prayer and just like mindfulness. Like what is it that I need to know? What is it that I need to work on? How do I make this day like fucking bomb? But wait, back to my daughter. I was like, oh my gosh, she's like me, bro. She's me at that age. If I listened, if I was successful, if I had paid attention, if I didn't party. And most people look at that like, oh, I don't want my kid to be anything like me. Cool. I'm glad mine is like taking bits and pieces of me. Because you know what? I made that. That's me. To look at your child and be like, bro, I did pretty fucking good. I had my daughter at 16, if y'all don't know. And she just turned 25 yesterday. There's a picture on the community board. She's a military girl, so shout out to her. Shout out to my babes and all the other veterans. We appreciate you and thank you for your service. Y'all got your coffee? What's up? Y'all got your coffee? Oh, I'm talking too much. My blunt went out. Hold that thought. I need like music, like that. Hold music. I'ma just, you know what? I'ma give y'all my own. The doodle, 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 doodle. 45, 47. Doodle, doodle, doodle. 45, 47. That would be my whole music. But anyway, buenos dias. Buenos dias. I was going to do morning meditation yesterday, but I feel like there's no way. I thought about doing this with you guys every day, but there's no way. And I say that to say because my coworker, we was talking, and she was like, bitch, you're way too deep. And I was like, what? So we was talking, and she was like, how are you? And I was like, I'm cool. I was like, but yesterday I was in a situation where I got triggered. And in that moment, I didn't care about what was in front of me. I didn't care what the situation was. I needed to know why, what was triggering me, and what the root of that trigger was. So, damn, it's windy. This one, is it windy where y'all at? The wind is blowing my neighbor's shit everywhere. But I was wondering what the trigger was, and I had to get to the root of it, because for me to be 40 something years old, over 40, yeah, over 40, and recognizing a trigger, I was like, oh, no, I got to get a hold on this, because this can't keep happening in my future. I can't keep allowing whatever this is to trigger me. And I was like, so I could fix it. And she was like, whoa. She was like, nobody thinks that way. I was like, why not? I was like, it's so much easier to be present and self-reflect in real time, so I'm always in control of my emotions and the words that come out of my mouth. And she just looked at me, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, did you not realize what type of friend you had? She was like, I did, but it just seems like you keep changing. And I was like, what? Wait, what do you mean I keep changing? She was like, how do you do it? Mind you, I'm at work. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She was like, because I feel like I have it all together. I was like, and you do. And she was like, but I don't think that way. I said, you don't have to. I said, but the fact that you're even open to it. She was like, well, I don't have time to work on me. I said, well, that's the first problem. Why don't people feel like they deserve the time to better themselves? Why do people feel that, oh, well, when the kids graduate, I'll do this, or when this happens, I'll do this? Like, we had a conversation about time. Like, time really doesn't exist. Time only stops when you're dead. You get what I'm saying? Let's be realistic. Time only stops when you're dead. So why do people feel like there's not enough time? I don't know. That just blows my mind. That I can't understand that. So we were talking or whatever. Let's put this user in timeout, because when people act like their shoe size, it throws off morning meditation. So you could see like the bells and whistles going off. Cause even down to like she was just like, I just listened to her. I was like, well, what'd you bring for lunch? She hated her lunch. She hated everything. She was like, oh, I didn't get a chance to comb my hair. I hate what I have for lunch. I was like, bro, all of that sets the tone for your day, for your shift. I was like, we're here for 12 hours. I said, why do you want to be in such a funky ass energy for 12 hours? I said, and then you're going to just spread that amongst everybody. And then in that moment, I was thinking about a conversation I had with my daughter. And I was like, you know what? Once you realize that people are doing the best they can, and They're just maneuvering with the tools and the options that they've been given, and this is how they're maneuvering. And you can't change people. You really can't. You can encourage, you can influence, but can you change a person? Can you lead a horse to water? Absolutely. But can you make him drink? Absolutely not. And I was telling my daughter, once you realize that people are just people and we're all living the same experience for the first time, okay? Let that sink in. For the first time together, because, like I said, I've never met anybody that found a cheat code either to be here forever or to get a redo. Bitch, I haven't met anybody. Unless you have physically been unalived, your heart taken out, and you got a new one, nigga, then we all live in this. Stop it, you guys. We're all living this experience for the first time. I know I have the topic about discernment and deception, but like I said, we have an hour together. We've only been on here for 11 minutes, and usually I need to ramble for a good 20 to 29 minutes before the message clicks in my own head. Because I always say, God, give me what to talk about. And then I'll have the topic, and then I'll just go on a rant, like I'll just start rambling. But my rambles always go back to morning meditation. So let me cook. I keep telling y'all, just let me cook. It's a vibe. Just lay down, smoke your L, listen to me. It sounds good, don't it? I think I will listen to me. But I felt myself like usually I'm a patterns person. So usually when I start to, it's sort of like, this is the only way I can explain it, how energy works. I'll be in a great energy. I'll be in a good energy. I'm vibing. Everybody's good. We're flowing. Hold on, y'all. Y'all said that was a big one. That's how you know more than meditation is going to be good. So I envision myself in like a crowd of people. And once I feel my energy like depleting, I just see myself backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Because that's no longer my energy. I don't feel that. That's how people are asking me, how do you know the difference between like your intuition, discernment, or are these just your own crazy thoughts? And I always say your crazy thoughts, meaning our own irrational thoughts, not to be confused with our intrusive thoughts. Because remember, the intrusive thoughts are our friend. So I see myself just backing up because something tells me like, this isn't right. Something's off, something's off. So I just see myself backing up, backing up, backing up until I'm no longer in that environment, in that crowd, in that situation. Let's use energy. I'm no longer in that energy. So I can back up, back up, back up, and like self-reflect in real time and say like, what was it about that energy that either made me feel uneasy, like made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up, that gave me chicken skin? Like, what in that environment made me choose to distance myself, remove my energy, right? So I did that yesterday because I felt like, it's my daughter's birthday. I gave birth yesterday, nigga. I had a fucking person come out of my hoo-ha yesterday, 25 years ago. That's a flex. I don't got to do shit I don't want to do today. Again, these are my thoughts of what I've been thinking. So, yesterday, or for the past couple days, y'all know, like, my friends have been needing me. And I mean emotionally. I was very much taken aback by the amount of people, number one, that think that I have, like, a really cool brain and that I'm really smart and that they trust me with these situations in their life. Again, if you're my friend, I'm going hard for you. Everybody knows it. So remember I told you the other day, like I was sad and I couldn't figure out why. I was just sad and I felt like it was like in my throat, like I wanted to cry, like, and I'm like, no, nigga, nothing's wrong. Like you're good, you're good, you're good. Nothing is wrong. But I felt it like just cry. It's okay to cry. Mind you, this is an inner dialogue with myself. Like, bitch, I'm not about to cry. I'm having a good day. Why am I crying? Fast forward. Remember, energetically, I feel something. I feel something. So I'm backing out. I'm backing away. I'm backing away so I can look at my whole game board in real time. Because remember, our whole universe is a game board, and we choose where we want to be. We choose where we want to go. We got our eyes on the prize. You get what I'm saying? There were so many of my friends that were like, bitch, this happened. Bitch, this happened. Bitch, I'm getting a divorce. Bitch, I'm leaving. I was like, wait a minute. What? And it was, I'm going to say it was over 5 people. To have that many people going through some real life shit, to me is sort of like, it's a beautiful thing, because I'm so glad that people around me don't feel the need to be stuck in situations that they don't have to be in. And I respect I admire their courage to take the leaps that they have to take to make these things happen. And that goes back to where my other coworker was like, I don't have the time. Maybe when my son graduates, it was sort of like a scale at that moment. And this is what I'm saying. My friends are like, bitch, your brain is amazing. In that moment, like I could put everybody on a scale. So of course we have my one friend that doesn't want to, she wants to stay. She wants to stay in this energy. And there were 5 people on the other side of the scale that want to make moves, don't care about, it's about me. I got to put me first, Lucius. You know what I'm saying? I got to put me first. And we look at success like, and okay, again, we got these people on the scale. My one friend, they all got bread. Let's not get that confused. They all got bread. But I really feel like the one is staying because of the bread. Like, it's more bread over here. And it led me back. I'm telling you, I'm going down the rabbit hole with myself and you guys. So it led me back to where that whole Diddy documentary, where you really are who you hang out with. You are who you hang out with. And then it leads me back. Oh, what time is it? 17? All right, I'm cooking. The messages are cooking faster. So then it led me to discernment, and how you got to have discernment. You really, really have to have a level of discernment to make big ass spiritual, emotional moves like that. And when I look back at the grand scheme of the scale that I have in my own mind in real time, that that one friend is the only one that doesn't have discernment. And in that moment, it clicked. It was like, because remember, I'm always talking about like, oh, well, if there's 100 people that are negative and it's just you're going to get consumed by the negative. So I have to retract that statement, because in a room of 100 people, you don't know who's listening. You don't know who's paying attention. You don't know if either that 100 could be like, nah, I'm not fucking around what she's talking about. You don't know if 3 will. You don't know if all of them will. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's sort of like, what's important to you? Mind you, you have to go back to the other meditations to see, like, it might sound like I'm rambling, but all the meditations tie into one another. And they all have a title. And it's not these, I'm not talking about stuff that you could just like, oh, this is for the day. No, nigga, this is for life. These are things that you should just know in life, especially if you're spiritual. And with me being spiritual, I feel like there's a higher level of knowing you have to have and understand. And it's more pressure because I keep my energy cool for the people around me. Like, I eat healthy, I drink a lot of water, I stay hydrated, just so there's never any misconception of my energy as somebody else's energy. Because I used to get consumed by other people so much. And I feel like in this generation, as we get older, it's so easy to get consumed in somebody else's energy. And then walk away from a conversation sad. How many of y'all had talked to somebody And you might not think nothing of it, and then it's like, oh, well, there's nothing I could do about it other than be sad. No, you have a conversation with somebody, and now you're sad with them. And it goes back to you are the energy you keep. I was noticing with that scale how my friend dynamic has changed drastically. I went from um, over time, like I was hanging out with I was hanging out with the little roughnecks, and then it went to, okay, well, we're professional now, so we got, we got a couple professional friends, we got a couple ratchet friends. And then in that moment, you have to see if you're going to stay there or if you're going to grow together. And long story short, where I am now and the group of friends that I have, to see us all grow together the way we have and how close we are, and to reflect back on, like, damn, we dodged a bullet with that, or we dodged a bullet with that. You get what I'm saying? Once you can slow everything down, I feel like that's discernment. In that moment, that's discernment. That is literally God guiding your steps as to what you need in your life, what belongs and what doesn't belong. And for a while, I didn't understand discernment. I thought discernment was just like having good luck. I thought discernment was just like, bitch, I got good luck. Like, if you don't do the wrong thing and you do the right thing, bingo, jackpot. Discernment, that's good luck. No, discernment is actually, I don't know how to put it into words, but discernment is actually just God's direction. That's the only way I can explain it. It's God's direction. And I think that goes hand in hand with your intuition. Because at this point, you really are self-reflecting in real time. You're reevaluating. You're assessing situations. You're making better choices. You're choosing you. At this point, you're choosing yourself. And at the beginning of this live, what was the first thing I said? I didn't realize how many people had a problem choosing themselves. And how I said, if you're my friend, I wouldn't be a good friend if I knew something in your life was detrimental to you and I kept fucking with you, and whatever was detrimental to you just kept getting worse, and it started affecting your mental health and you, and da 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 da. Like, I don't feel like I would be a good friend if I had anybody in my energy around me like that. So back to this scale of the one friend that rather not choose herself and the other 5 that choose to, right? So now I'm thinking, I'm like, oh shit, I've done opened my apartment to all these people. You heard what I said, right? My apartment to all these people out of the kindness of my heart. Like, no, you could come stay with me. You could come stay with me. Ow, I just hit my toe. That was awful. Then I'm like, nigga, you can't house all these people. Like, I gotta be realistic. You can't house all these people. What if these people really did need me? You get what I'm saying? And in that moment, I was like, we really have to also be mindful of what we say, even though we want to help. And again, self-reflecting in real time. It's like, on here, I always said my delivery was kind of harsh, and you got to take people's feelings and situations into consideration. And again, remember, I also started this off by I was triggered. I was triggered. And this is how my morning meditation is, y'all. I always come out with like a solution, even though it sounds insane, but it makes you think. It gets your wheels turning. Like, when was the last time you had a conversation and somebody got your wheels turning like this? You get what I'm saying? That, and I usually, like I said, talk for like 25 minutes. But I'm like, you gotta be mindful of what it is that you say. So yesterday, I literally spent the day being mindful. I literally spent the day being mindful, being, I don't want to say present, but like expressing myself in a positive way. Like, it wasn't like, you guys get what I'm saying. Everybody wasn't a nigga yesterday. Everybody wasn't a son of a bitch yesterday. Like, encouraging, maybe, yeah, the word encouraging. I listened more yesterday. Um, I put myself in the people's situations and I listened, and I was just like, sometimes people just need somebody to listen to. They don't want to be told what to do or how to do it. Just somebody to listen. And I'm like, well, what if just, okay, how do I say this? People don't want to be told what to do. So, okay, say for instance, this is how it's coming together. I move how I move. I say what I say. I'm a positive person. I try to always look at the good in the situation. What's right is right. What's wrong is wrong. Somewhere along the line, like those scales, you're going to have one person that says no, but nigga, right now I got 5 people that do and choose them. So sometimes, shut the fuck up and lead with your actions. Lead with your actions. If you wonder why shit is off, or again, remember, we're this circle of energy. You got to back up. You got to back up and see, how did I get here? How did I get here? Somewhere along the line, everything right now in your existence, you spoke of. You spoke about it, whether you have it, if you don't have it, why you don't have it, what happened, why it didn't work, why I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Somewhere along the line, something you said, you did. Again, this channel is about being accountable, bitch. We're not pointing the finger at nobody. We are accountable for all our shit here. Okay? Somewhere along the line, you are where you are because you said it. 27 minutes, big money, bitch, and that's the message, discernment. How many times did you go against that voice, that thought, yourself, your intuition? How many times did you go against your discernment? Well, damn, I knew I shouldn't have went there, bitch, and now I'm here. How many times by you not going, okay, remember I said discernment is from God. Discernment is from God. That's direction from God. How many times were you put in a situation that you didn't use your discernment, and the situation you put yourself in, neither, whether you did, you was damned if you did, and you was damned if you didn't. Either way was a lose-lose situation. You had to eat that L. Like, you with this bitch, this is worse. But what I got to do over here is worse. So I'm going to just stick with what's worse. You get what I'm saying? There's always a sign, a key, a cue, a feeling, a chicken skin, a neck feel. There's always something that's going to tell you, bitch, pay attention. Back up. See the situation for what it is. Reassess. Think big, bitch. You might think like, oh, I only hang around 2 people. Okay. I always use people as an example because that's the only thing. I can't use fruit, nigga. Well, I can in this situation. I can use fruit. Say you went to the grocery store, you bought a bag of fruit and didn't think nothing of it. Like, I just bought that. That's all good fruit. But somewhere in that bag, there was one bad fruit, right? You go a couple days like, damn, I just bought, I got to put that. Good morning, darling. We're up. Hey, ma, the Casas. Yes, girl. I had to switch it up on them because I'm a morning person. I like my morning meditation. I feel like I get my best ideas in the morning. I smoke my blunt. I have my cup of coffee. I talk with God. And I feel like all the information that I get from my mornings with God, I feel like people need to know. People need to hear it. Because people hear me on the business side, like the funny side while I'm at work. No, you got to see how it starts. Like, you get what I'm saying? You got to listen. We're going to be 1 million subscribers in no time. Watch. Because it's real. We're realistic over here. So, how are you? I hope you have a great fucking day. That's the slogan for 5 a.m. You're going to have a great fucking day on purpose because you deserve it. So, now that I said my speech to my friend, think about the bag of fruit, right? So when you finally get to it, you're like, damn, there's 3 fruit. That's bad. And then you're like, well, wait a minute. You look at the fruit, and then you can see what fruit was next to what fruit. And like, oh, these two must have been together because, in a little, and like surrounded by this one. And that one affected what was around it. So, and now let's go back to people. Oh, I only hang around these two people, but who do those two people hang out with? Who do those hang out with? Who do those hang out with? Energetically, you are always influenced by the 5 people you're around the most. And I'm just saying energetically, in some way, shape, or form, the 5 closest people around y'all think the same in some type of way, y'all move the same in some type of way, y'all have a lot of similarities in some ways or shapes. In some way, that really neurotic one is really you on the inside. The really violent one is you on the inside. These, all 5 of them could be a whole personality that you have that you like. You get what I'm saying? You have to take a step back energetically and say, how did I get here? And where do I want to be? And I feel like that's how I start my mornings. Where am I? I look around. I like my surrounding. This is dope as fuck. I did this. We did this. Me and Big G.O.D. You got us here, my nigga? You got us here, my nigga? Okay. So I'm going to take a step back. I like this. I like this. And we could talk like this because y'all know I have a direct staircase to God. I be running up. The door be open. I don't know about y'all. I talk to him so much that he leave my door open. Y'all might have to knock. Y'all might have to sign something. Y'all might have a waiting list because that's how long it's been since y'all prayed. Y'all looked up. Y'all said thanks. Y'all was grateful. Y'all was thankful. You know what I'm saying? So my line of communication and expeditious deliveries with God is different because I talk to him like a million times a day. That's why my door is open. And I get to run up there and be like, yo, yo. You know what I'm saying? So in this moment, I run upstairs and I'm like, hey, yo, guess what I just realized? And he'd be like, I'm on the phone. No, nigga, I got to tell you right now before I forget it. Okay, so boom. I was looking where I was at. Everything is cool. Everything's cool. But I want to do this over here. I want to do this over here. And I feel like I should be doing this. And this is more in alignment with what you got going on with me. And this is just an idea. I know at the end of the day, you can make this shit happen. You can make the blueprint. So I'm going to just run this by you real quick. And so when you ready, you deliver. When you ready, you deliver. I'm open. I'm open. And it sounds funny, but that's my reality. You get what I'm saying? So today we're going to spend the day like, oh my God, I had so much energy yesterday because I'm preparing. I'm preparing. Again, you have to do the work. You just can't talk to God like he's a fucking genie and you just rub his belly, you close your eyes and blink and the shit is there or it's going to happen. That's not how it works. You got to do the work. You can't say like, oh my God, I want to be surrounded by a bunch of positive people and then wonder why 5 of your friends be like, bitch, I'm not fucking with you no more. Now you all lonely by yourself, wondering why ain't nobody fucking with you. But then all of a sudden you get an influx of all these positive people and they all just vibe. Next thing you know, you're at Friendsgiving, you're at Christmas giving, you're at all these givings and now you're bingo, somebody's pregnant, you're a godmom. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to go with the flow. You just got to trust the process. Like the things we've learned in the beginning, it still stands now. Like I feel like everything we learned after like 9 years old is irrelevant on how to treat people. Like once you learn how to treat people, once you know what you like, what you don't like, and know that anything is possible, all the extra shit was just trial and error to me. But anyway, so I had so much energy yesterday and I, again, went through all the closets. Boom, 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 boom. Just delivering stuff. Here, donating. Here's cups. Here's clothes. Here's a PlayStation. Listen, if I haven't used it in over a year, it's got to go. And I had a lot of stuff piling up. So when I came back home, bitch, I was tired. I was sweaty. Hair curls gone. I looked like I ran a marathon and lost, bitch. But when I came back home, it was easier to see what's next. And in that moment, I was like, bitch, this is fucking dope as hell. This is dope as hell. So that's where I say, I ran upstairs. I was like, hey, yo, thank you. That's how I could wake up and say, God, I'm fucking grateful. I'm thankful for this. Like, thank you. and you can see what's next. So I want you guys to think of that today. Think of you. I want you to take a step back, self-reflect in real time, and see what's next. Are you where you need to be for the next step? Is everything around you, people, place, things, boat, coats, everything around you in alignment to get you to where you have to go for the next phase, the next part of the process? Because like I can only talk about my experiences, and I tell you that all the time. I don't give y'all no fake scenarios. 9 times out of 10, bitch, this is some shit I've been through. This is some shit I've gone through, got out of, directed somebody else to get out of. You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking about my daughter. No, I don't have a lighter. Yes, I'm using my stove. I was thinking about my daughter, and I was like, yo, at 25, and you're moving to the West Coast, 300 days of sunshine. She got her offer letter for her job yesterday, and I was like, this gotta feel amazing. This has to feel amazing to be 25, choosing yourself, choosing what you want, rolling with only what it is you want. Because I'm a stickler. I want a grandbaby so bad, bitch. I want a grandbaby. This girl is like, absolutely not. So I look at her and I'm just like, you know what? Anything is possible. I'm so glad that if anybody grasp my concept and philosophy that anything is possible as long as you're open to change, and you know it has to work out, and if it doesn't, you can self-reflect, you can reassess, reevaluate, and maneuver for it to work. Because we don't have time to be sad. We don't have time to woe is me. We don't have money to waste on fucking being sad. Once you realize that shit, it's like, yo, life really is like a Candyland game board, bitch. You could just go wherever you want to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's going to be trials and tribulations, but we've mastered our emotions. We are logical thinkers. We don't lead with our emotions, because a lot of people make permanent decisions off of temporary emotions. That's why I always encourage you guys, like, think about it, sleep on it. And that's not some shit I just came up with. That's some shit we've learned since we was like, 3-4 years old. Sleep on it. Think about it. You don't have to choose now. I feel like that's why this world is so fast. And these are just my thoughts. Y'all hear the wind? I feel like that's why this world is so fast, and this generation is so fast, and there's so much productivity, because people spend so much time like trying to make choices. This one is picking up, bitch. I think I'm on to something. Like, people have to make such hasty decisions in such short notice, and people feel so much pressure that those are expensive mistakes. Think about all the people that was like, yeah, buy this house. Now they got a house that they couldn't afford. They didn't read the fine contract. It's double the money, and bitch, you'll never get out of it. You'll always be in debt because of this house. Remember that one time they was giving everybody houses? Go back further. When I was in high school, they was giving everybody cars. You get what I'm saying? And it's sort of like confusion and chaos bring, I don't want to say money, but it brings because y'all hear this wind? It's like, I can't get it out. I see it, but I can't get it out. Like, if everybody just paid attention and was present and was logical, I feel like things would be a lot calmer. People would be more in control of their finances. There wouldn't be so many people in therapy. You get what I'm putting down? I feel like the masterminds behind this know that confusion and chaos breed and bring those, I don't even know what the word is. I don't want to base it all off of materialistic things, but it comes at a price. It comes at a price, and it comes at a hefty price for those people that can keep people confused. And the people that keep people confused are the ones profiting from it. Did that make sense? You're going to have a wonderful day as well. Thank you, Mamacita. I know you don't look like your profile. Yes, I do. What the fuck you talking about? You better ask somebody. I look better than my profile. I lost a couple pounds in my yams. I can tell you're new. I could tell you haven't seen any of my content, so you're irrelevant right now. But back to what I was saying. Um, my coffee got cold, y'all. Does that make sense? It's sort of like pharmaceutical companies. I'm pretty sure, and listen, y'all cannot say anything. I'm pretty sure they know how to cure a lot of shit, but they get more money keeping people sick. We'll leave that with that. That's how I relate, like all the chaos and why everything is so fast right now. Because people aren't allowed, not that they're not allowed, have forgotten that they're allowed to take a step back. They're allowed to think about the decision they're about to make. You get what I'm saying? They're allowed to slow things down. And the other day I didn't get sad, but I got really, really like low energy because I was like, bitch, am I slowing down? I can't slow down. Like, as you get older, you slow down. I was like, no. So I feel like it all goes hand in hand. That's why I get up early. Let me cook. I get up early. I eat well. I make sure I stretch. I make sure I exercise. Because when you get older, you do slow down. You get more knowledgeable. You get more wisdoms. That's what I call it. I call them wisdoms. You get more wisdoms. But you have to remember to remain in balance, okay? Just because you have it mentally, you also got to have it physically, okay? So, again, if with age, my mind is what goes, which I pray that it doesn't, because your brain is like a muscle, and as long as you like, whatever, I can go down so many different paths. Anyway, as you get older, I'm hoping if my mind is what's going to drift, I already have a routine and process. So I will always be that old lady that they're gonna be like, why is Miss Star up at 1:00 in the fucking morning smoking weed in her room with ankle weights on, exercising in the mirror? Listen, if that's what I'm gonna do at 85 years old, I'm with it. I'm with the shits. I'm with the shits. You get what I'm saying? It's sort of like you have to you got to get everything to work together. You just can't do one and not the other. You just can't, want to make these moves and not be scared of I don't want to call them consequences, but with everything there's a consequence. Like if you remove this out of your life, are you okay dealing with this as an aftermath? But knowing that if you remove this is going to make all of this better. You get what I'm saying? It's like getting everything to work, and that's where I was talking about the other morning, your chakras being in alignment. A lot of us just got a whole bunch of dots in our fucking body just doing whatever it is the fuck they want to do and wondering why we got anxiety. And our first thought is to go to the doctor and get pills to try to fake pretend to put this shit in reality and like everything is fine when in all actuality it's not. So again, holistic healer over here. Everything is just, bitch, we start from the mind and we work our way through. Not discrediting obviously the doctors and shit, bitch, I work in a hospital, but if you know, you know. Getting everything in alignment, and a lot of people are like, oh, you don't go here no more, you don't go here there anymore, because I've already assessed the situation. I know what's going to happen. I know for me right now, I look at a piece of bread, it's on my left leg. I look at the other piece of bread to make a sandwich, it's on my right leg. So right now, by me looking at this motherfucking 2 pieces of bread that I might have just wanted a tuna fish sandwich with, bitch, is going to sit with me for about 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So even at work, they're like, bitch, you eat a salad every day. You eat the same shit every day. I'm like, yes, because this is safe. Bitch, because this is safe. Looking at you eat your lunch, I've gained 10 pounds. Okay? So let me pretend that this is what you're eating. Okay? You get what I'm saying? But you gotta do the work. You gotta be consistent. You gotta put you first. You gotta choose you. You gotta choose you. But then by me choosing me, again, we're back to this scale. Remember, there's always the scale. There's always a scale in life that you could use to measure shit. So now everybody at work is like, everybody's walking more. Everybody's counting their steps. Everybody's got a walk buddy. Everybody's got a water buddy. Everybody's got a fruit buddy. We know who we can go to for the fruit. We know who we could go to for the candy. Like we're all taking bits and pieces of each other and becoming better. You get what I'm saying? So to me, it might look like, God damn, bitch, like you're doing this for nothing. Actually, no. And that's how I look at my channel too. everybody's like, oh, you would have been had your subscribers if you would just go live, if you would show yourself more, da 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 da. And I'm like, why? Why? I have a profile picture. I'm not a content creator. I'm a spiritual healer. I don't think, I mean, is it cool to see me? Yeah, but again, y'all, this is how my brain operates. I have a profile picture. I post pictures. Hey, it's me. I want y'all to have a good day. That would be the same thing. Like, you see me. You get what I'm saying? You see me. But for people to be like, oh, you have hella followers that people could just see you. That's not the energy I want to attract. And I'm okay with my page growing organically and naturally the way it is. Because I know I'll have 1,000 subbies by, I want to say, the end of the year. I'm optimistic about that. Because I do have to go live more, but I have to speak more. I feel like I've just been posting, you know what I'm saying? And people peruse through, but it's not clicking. It's not clicking. And I want everything to click for you guys. So I'm like, maybe if I just get annoyingly annoying with morning meditation, because at some point we all don't have anything to listen to when we're getting ready. At least that's for me. I think that's why I started this, because when I'm in, like, I spend like an hour with my hair and makeup. Sometimes I just want to listen to something uninterrupted, whether I want all my catered to. I want to laugh. I want to have oh shit, that's real. I want to, oh shit, that's deep. I want to get brought back. Like, you're that girl. You know why? Because we're going to have a great day on fucking purpose. Like, I like shit like that. That's why I listen to podcasts and audiobooks. I'm one of those. And I'm like, I can't be the only one that wants to hear, if you want to call it rambling, that wants to hear somebody else ramble. Because like I said, if I ramble for an hour and 5 minutes of what I said, you took something from that, bitch, I did a thing there. I did a thing. I did a good thing. And again, I put everything on a scale. I add that to my bing, my good thing. I got a lot of good shit on the scale. So that way, if I go to the grocery store and somebody fucking gives me an attitude, I know I'm supposed to be nice, but you know what? I'm human. And it's sort of like when you hold the door for somebody and they don't say thank you. I'm like, you're welcome. And I feel like that goes on the bad side of, bitch, you didn't have to do that. That was all ego. But was it? Or was it their ego? Were we mirroring each other in that moment? See what I'm saying? This is how I live life, y'all. And that's why it's so easy to listen to my intuition and understand discernment. Because in that moment, self-reflecting in real time, I was operating an ego, and so were they. But who's to say they didn't have something going on? Who's to say that in that parking lot they didn't just hear, damn, your Aunt Netta passed. Damn, and they just walking in the door like, damn, Aunt Netta passed. Completely oblivious that I was there holding the door open. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes once you just pause, pivot, like I said, fuck it, fuck all that extra shit. We started the morning with an energy circle, like a rave. Look at it as a rave. We're at a fucking rave of energy. And something is off, and we just start backing up. Just back up. You can see it in your mind. Back up from that energy circle. And it's like, what is it? Why do I feel this way? What is throwing me off? What could it be? I didn't know a lot of people couldn't self-reflect. I mean, at least that's what my therapist said it was. Self-reflecting in real time. And oh yeah, I don't see my therapist anymore. I feel like we always need a therapist, but I graduated, whatever the fuck that means. I graduated, so yay me. So now I'm like, do I have to like purposely crash out and go get another therapist? Because I like she stimulates my mind. She gets the creative juices flowing. I don't know what everybody else uses their therapist for. It's sort of like two masterminds coming together. I love my therapist. I think she was on to me though. Like, she knows, like, this bitch ain't nothing wrong with her. She's collecting data. You're damn right I'm collecting data. The hell else do you go to therapy for? I'm not coming here to waste an hour away from, bitch, there's money to be made and you're getting a piece of it fucking talking. So I'm gonna talk. You gonna listen to me. And you gonna take that money that I just gave you, you gonna go pay somebody else to listen to you, Nick. I'm kidding. I joke. So I graduated. And this is where we are. Morning coffee, a blunt on YouTube Live. Trying to put in everything that I've learned in a morning message. Is that too much? Is that too much? I'm a big thinker. I think big. I'm a Gemini. Oh. If y'all looked at my short, because I still have it on my table, because I do this with you guys. So remember, the morning meditation goes with the daily short. The daily short is the tarot card. Excuse me if I don't get to the tarot card on morning meditation. So yesterday's card was the answers you need. I can't see, it's real dark in here, y'all. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. And you know, a Gemini is like two people, one of their eyes is closed and one of their eyes is open. Meaning, you see what's going on, but you have to close your eyes and feel the situation. That's where you have to self-reflect in real time, see what's going on. How do you feel? Is this familiar? Am I triggered? Does this trigger any part of me? And if so, what does it trigger? And where does that trigger stem from? What's the root of the problem? Okay, let's fix that. You get what I'm saying? That's how Geminis move. I never understood where they said Geminis were crazy, just because we can actually take a step back and feel the situation. Everybody at work knows either Star talks to you or she doesn't. If Star don't talk to you, bitch, you, what did you do? What did you do? I swear, if I don't talk to you at work, it's never, oh, I know, she's a bitch, da-da-da-da-da-da. It's always, nigga, what did you do? Star likes everybody. And in all actuality, I don't like anybody. I don't like anybody. I appreciate and I respect good people. I tell them all the time, I appreciate you, I respect you, I admire you. So for people to be like, you get what I'm saying? I'm very, very much, I use my words. I don't have this small circle wheel of words, because I remember one of my exes gave me an actual wheel of words. He was like, you say you're sad, but when we would turn the wheel of sad, there were so many other bigger emotions from that and different words, and he taught me that. So I don't like anybody. I admire, I respect, and I appreciate those people around me that choose to be around me and be an asset in my life, a positive person in my life, and a trusting circle, loyal. I appreciate those type of motherfuckers. So if I don't talk to you, you lack one of those fucking big words that I said. And I don't want you in my energy. And you're allowed. And I feel like that's what a Gemini is. I could fake it if you want me to. I could fake it to go along, to get along, but I would be doing myself a disservice. And a lot of people are okay with feeling uncomfortable in situations they don't want to be in. I'm not. My misery does not like company. If I'm about to crash out, I literally tell everybody, nope, today is not the day. I'm not, oh, what's wrong? I'm not even going to put that on you. Because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve the heaviness that I feel. And I keep it moving. I could separate that shit. That's what a Gemini, you get what I'm saying? If you look at the card on my short, one of the eyes is closed and one of the eyes is open. I could keep moving. I have to, because we established yesterday that time doesn't stop until you're dead. Sorry, it's the truth. Time doesn't stop until you're dead. So I could sit here and be sad and mope and stay stuck until I'm not sad and fucking moping anymore, or we could just, bitch, we'll reevaluate that. We'll keep that in the back of our head. We know we got to work on that, but bitch, until I have a solution, I got to keep moving forward. And that's just life. If people could just see that for themselves. Listen, I'm not discounting sadness. I'm not. Because when I watched, what was it, Inside Out? Bitch, I cried. I was like, everybody should see this in school. Everybody in first grade, this should be a course. This should be a motherfucking course for these kids. Listen, Inside Out, bitch. I didn't even cry for the first one. I cried for the second one. Everybody was like, what? I cried for the first one. No, nigga, because this is my first time experiencing these emotions all like explained in real time. You get what I'm saying? So for the second one, for me to know the first one and then see the second one and be introduced to the new emotion, oh bitch, I went through it because my whole life flashed before my eyes. Like, bitch, it was anxiety. You get what I'm saying? It was anxiety this whole time. But what was anxiety? Anxiety was keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Anxiety was a people pleaser. Anxiety had no fucking chill. You get what I'm saying? That was their body's natural response to bitch. Shit is fucked up and I'm about to crash out. Loved Inside Out. You can't tell me. Loved Inside Out. Hey, Sarah, for president. Hi, good morning. Thank you for being here. But y'all, I've been rambling a lot today. Are we loving it? If you were on your way to work and you were listening, if you were listening to me on your way to work, do you feel good? I hope so. I hope your fucking cup of coffee on the way in stayed hot. I hope if you smoke before work, I hope your L hit just right. And I hope my voice was a vibe for you and you went into work like, okay, big money, bitch, I'm here. You get what I'm saying? Guns blazing, pow, pow, shots fired, bitch, I'm here. I'm here. Take me through that. Take me through that. You know, this is me every day. My neighbors hate me, but they love me at the same time. I love doing this with you guys. I love doing this for me. I love doing this for me because these are what? My thoughts and what I've been thinking. And most people are like, why don't you journal? I journal. You know how many fucking notebooks I got? I got so many, but I can't go back to them. I can't go back. I mean, I could go back to them, but then it starts to get like a lot of stuff gets repetitive. I don't know if you guys look through your journals and stuff, but I do. And I'm like, I need this. I need to do this differently. So I might be on to something, you guys. My morning meditations may roll into like an audiobook. You get what I'm saying? Like, even for myself, I was like, I need a place, I need a space where I could just listen. I like listening to me. Call me what you want. I'll go back to my lives from like when I first started, when I was strictly just doing tarot card readings, like energy readings. I want to say, okay, I'm on my Snoop Dogg shit. I want to thank me. I want to thank me because I've seen the growth in myself from when I started until now and how I do my readings. Like, it's a vibe. My intuition is on 1,000. Like, I could see more. Like, things are brighter. Things are clearer. There's more of a clear connection. There's more organization. There's more understanding. There's more depth. There's more logic. There's more emotions because I wasn't too tapped into my emotions when I first started. So to see like the growth in me and the changes in the vocabulary and the, hey, bitch, yeah, you did that with tarot cards, nigga. You got people's minds. You got people thinking different about what spirituality looks like, my guy. But anyway, I'll go back to like one of my first readings and I'm like, it's very like, what the fuck is going on? But it's just like when you start your live, there's nobody there. You're really just talking to yourself for the first couple of minutes. And I usually get into the nook and crannies of my long video, like the long form, I guess that's what you call it, in about 20 to 29 minutes. And I'm like, damn, that's the equivalent of a live. So you see how my wheels be turned? I'm like, well, that's the equivalent of a live. So why don't you just go live? You get what I'm saying? So that way, now you can make your own playlist and then it could just, you know, it's only going to grow from there because knowledge is power, however you look at it in any aspect. You get what I'm saying? So I look at some of my things from last year and I'm like, oh shit, this is happening now. Or yeah, that happened. And it's sort of like you got a cheat code. Cause I know Mimi got to get on here. Cause if my mind is anything like Mimi's desktop, with all her shit she got going on. And if y'all don't follow my girl Mimi, it's Elevate Me to You. She's like a software creative genius. If there's an app that you need help with, Canva, OBS, StreamYard. Listen, look at me. I sound like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? No, I don't. But Mimi, the way Mimi explains it, Mimi, her mind is like a computer, bro. So follow her. It's Elevate Me to You, I believe, on here. And if anything, I'll pin her in my community post, because she's an amazing human being, bro. Her mind, I thought, like, and that's what I'm saying, energetically, I'm aligned with so many dope motherfucking people. And if you can't say that, step back from that energy bubble we created. If you can't say that, it's time to reassess. It's time to pivot. It's time to, you know what I'm saying? If things ain't moving, shit ain't shaking. If you ain't get your Grinch fries with the salt, put the packet in. If you can't shake that shit up and create a whole new taste with what you got, then you, yeah. And just to let you know, I never got my box. Okay, crash out moment. I could do this. We're friends. Never got my Grinch box. Okay, they gave me my shit in a brown McDonald's bag. I was so upset. And now, like literally 3 days later, and I'm so mad because I deleted the video of me opening, like unboxing my socks from a regular McDonald's bag. I digress. It's no longer available. It's no longer available. And you know what happened when I went to throw my trash out? It was 2 Grinch boxes in the trash. Somebody else got that motherfucking Grinch box. Y'all know I wanted the box. I even had my Grinch hat, y'all. Y'all know the Grinch is my guy. The Grinch is my guy. And y'all know why. He learned how to love. But the reason he didn't love wasn't his fault. Y'all know I love the Grinch. Y'all know I love the Grinch. But again, self-reflecting in real time, I was like, you know what? How many times were you going to go to McDonald's, bitch, and get... Well, no, that's not how. I got the meal the first time, which was 10 nuggets. That's a lot for me. 10 nuggets, the fries. I'm thick as shit. I really am. But, nigga, that's bread. That's potatoes. That's plátanos. That's maduro. That's arroz con gandules. Like, I eat carbs, nigga. I eat carbs. I don't eat a lot of meat. Pause. Carbs, my best friend. But, and I don't do a lot of fast food. Like, I'll do Chick-fil-A, salads. Y'all know I eat the same shit every day. Y'all know. I was like, bitch, you ate them 10 nuggets. You got that fry. You got the soda, bitch. You did it. And then I was going to go again. And I was like, wait a minute. I would have got a whole nother fucking meal, my nigga, to get that box. So I'm glad it's sold out. I'm glad there was no boxes, because it's like, can you imagine if I would have ate that twice in 1 week? My body would feel like sludge. I digress though. But I did get my socks. I got a blue pair of socks. And it said, these socks stink. And we're transparent over here. Y'all know my feet sweat. Y'all know my feet sweat. So I say that to say everybody always, oh, your feet, you must have... No, that's why I have to keep my feet done, because my feet sweat, nigga. And fun fact, you lose about a cup of sweat every night in your feet. Just saying, for y'all that don't change y'all sheets every week, or I don't even want to go there. For other things, yeah, a cup of sweat. Think about it. Google it, I promise you. A cup of sweat through your feet, nigga. So if you been wondering why, like, damn, I wake up, my feet be dry. Like, nigga, you need Aquaphor. Aquaphor, you put on that little plastic sock booty, and then you put on that like soft sock. Chef's kiss. Wake up, rub that shit in with some baby Earl. I prefer sesame Earl, bitch, and put on another cotton sock. You'll love it. You'll love it here. You'll love it there. But yeah, we had an hour together. Did you love it? Did you enjoy it? I'm gonna leave this one up. I feel like this was a good one too. I erased the other one from the other day. Let me not say erased. I deleted the other one from the other day because energetically, I had felt not 100%. I feel like that wasn't 100%. I was probably giving y'all like, 60% of my energy, because again, remember that very same day, all my friends just hit me with, I'm getting a divorce, I'm leaving, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, like I'm not happy, So it's sort of like, this is exactly what you're talking about, but now are you ready to receive the energy back on being the support that these people need, that you are preaching these changes for them to... You get what I'm saying? Do you see the back and forth energy exchange? That's how you transmute energy. Like, okay, I'm feeling sad, my friends need me. Okay, how do I transmute that energy? This isn't me, I'm here to listen, and you give it back. Like, okay, we're gonna work through this together with you keeping your energy, not me holding on to it. You get what I'm saying? So then that's how I know too. So that's why yesterday I was like, you know what? I'm also going to take this day because I pushed out a whole human being. yesterday, 25 years ago. And that's a flex. Hey, Andrew, good morning. Hi. How long you been here? Oh my God, you missed all the good talk, but now you can run it back because you know what? If you're up and you're listening, I just want this to be like me in your ear, just talking, making you think, because you're gonna have a great day. Why? Because you deserve it on purpose. You're gonna have a great fucking day. But yeah, it took the day yesterday because I pushed out an entire human being yesterday, 25 years ago. And it was beautiful to see like her become this woman. And it's like, what? So I took yesterday. So today I'm back. I'm 100% charged up, ready, and we're going to have a great fucking day. So those were all my thoughts. Oh, Andrew, how long you been on here? Damn, we done smoked the L together. We done had a whole cup of coffee. But again, this is every day. We're gonna do this every day. We're learning. I think today's discussion was discernment versus deception. I don't think we touched too much into deception, but I think I ended yesterday or the day before with deception. So I guess the after effect of, okay, now we know how to use discernment, now we know how to listen to our intuition, it's easier to recognize and detect deception because we have to factor in all those other signs we get from our intuition. You get what I'm saying? If all of those good things, we feel all those good receptors, what do the bad receptors feel like when you know you're being lied to? So me, again, immediately it goes to the people at work. If Star don't talk to you, bitch, what did you do? What did you do? Because in some way, shape, or form, there has been a situation where we've shared an energy together, shared a space together, an environment, a group thing, something, and either something in a person's character. Again, I'm a Gemini, pattern recognition. There was something in their character, something they said, misspoke, something wasn't in alignment. That made me question it. That made me feel uneasy. And for me, butterflies, if I get butterflies, bitch, get the fuck away from me. Butterflies isn't a good thing. That is I feel I can see it. Those are my chakras going crazy. It's as somebody just poured a whole Pepsi down my chest. Bitch, what is this? That's how my negative receptors work for me. What the fuck is this? What is this? I don't like it. And fast forward, there's a person at work I have not shared any energy with. I'm the only one. I promise you. I swear to God, I'm the only one. And I stood firm on my motherfucking boundaries. I don't like this bitch. This bitch is shady as fuck. I don't care if she's listening. I don't care if everybody else is listening. Y'all know what the fuck is happening in real time. She's shady. I said it for a year. I tried to go along to get along in a very, very intimate environment. Very, very small. I'm never doing that again. Never doing that again. I said it. I'm not doing it anymore. Nope. I explained myself. I gave my feelings, which aren't necessarily a bad thing because we tend to put our feelings to the side for other people. Nope. This is how I feel. This is the feelings this bitch sends in my stomach and my back and in my brain. Fast forward a year, everybody is now questioning, looking at me, bitch, you called it. Nope, because for a year, y'all entangled yourself with that energy. Y'all figure that out. I'm here on the sidelines if y'all need, what up, how you doing? Nope, clear that shit out now. You know how much shit it was like a domino effect the other day. Boom, 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 block. I'm blocking this one. I'm bing, 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 bing. It was like when you hit the jackpot and the bing, 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 bing. I was like, damn, I told y'all. Mind you, I'm the only one chilling. And it's not a flex. But this is what happens when you choose you. You choose yourself. You listen to your intuition. For me, I feel like this is me gambling. I don't gamble at a casino. I gamble with life. I'll take a bet. I will choose me, my intuition, discernment over anything every single time. Because it's never wrong. And every time I bet against it, bitch, I'm in a fucked up situation. And that's what I was telling y'all. Sometimes when when you ignore your intuition and your discernment, you get hit with that double whammy and you put in a situation where you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. This situation is worse and this one's even worse, bitch. I just should have listened initially. And a lot that's happened so much in my life, and through pattern recognition, bitch, no, I'm gonna choose me. What Snoop say? I wanna thank me. Oh wait, Andrew was wait a minute, what I'm doing. Andrew, sorry, let's go back. I gotta give Andrew his moment, because that's my nigga. Honesty is key. Amazing. What time do you go live? 5 a.m. Between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. Absolutely. I've learned to transfer my energy without allowing me to deplete all my energy, so I have a sense of how much I'm capable. That's it. And that's the part. You get it. You get it. And there are times, again, where I say, people be like, oh, we was just talking today. We didn't talk yesterday. Yeah, nigga, I need a break. I need to recharge. I need to expel what's not mine, and I need to recharge myself, because I can't help you if I'm empty. This is exactly what people say, like, how you pour from an empty cup. There are people that are just, their energy is so depleted and they're just operating on steam that they don't even realize, bitch, like, you just out here just talking about a bunch of nothing. Think about it. Think about it in terms of energy. You just out here talking about a bunch of nothing. Exactly. Lay in your bed. Nah, it's a major flex. Well, thank you. Thank you. But again, so y'all gotta help me with this too. So with pattern recognition, I'm starting to see how stress operates. Again, this is deception. What is deception? What is, like, disease, dis-ease? I always say it's a dis-ease in your body. Let me cook, right? So pattern recognition, I'm starting to see a lot of people, or let me slow it down. There's a lot of people that don't know how to transmute energy, like Andrew said, and release what's not theirs, that they tend to, their scales aren't even. I gotta keep referencing what makes sense to all of us. So remember, we have these scales. Our life, we always got to walk around with a scale. Don't forget, you have the scale of, you have one side is good, one side is bad. Period. That's how we walk around. I'm a Libra moon, if y'all didn't know. I'm a Libra moon and rising. Shit got to make sense. Shit got to be fair. Shit got to be right. Or at least it's got to make sense. So I see a lot of people throughout the years, they just hold on to their stress. Like, and you work with people all day, every day, and you never hear of an outlet. You never hear, like, boxing, or I was crocheting, or I was coloring. You always hear about people being on Zoom. They on Zoom all the time. I'm like, how the fuck are you, what do you do to relax? And nobody knows how to relax. So boom, there's been an influx of people. I'm gonna just say there's been an influx of people I'm seeing in real time having strokes, going out on mental health leaves. And I know that's like, damn, bitch, strokes? Yes, strokes. And I'm like, that's stress, my nigga. That's stress. I see the people day after day, their hair getting thinner, especially men. Men don't know how to cope with stress. So they start to get those bald spots. And I really feel like that's men overthinking. Yeah, it's a lot of it has to do with genetics and heredity, whatever those words are, genetics and, you know what I'm saying, your genetic makeup. But stress can literally burn your fucking hair follicles off. Why do you think, now hear me out, let me cook. Who's to say that's not male menopause? Because think about it. When a woman goes through menopause, her whole body feels like it's on fire. That heat, hot flash, and you want to rip your fucking skin off. How do I know? I'm in perimenopause. I be hot as fuck. Tired of changing my sheets. Bitch, it be hot. So I feel like when men start, it's stress. And again, okay, back to the stress. Let me cook. I feel like menopause is stress. You get to a point in your life, either, I feel like this is generational too. I feel like people go through this in their 20s, people go through this in their 30s, people go through this in their 40s. It's like a checkup. It's like an energetic checkup of life. So at 40, you either have it together or you don't. But who's to say what's together and who's to say what's not together? So let's back up. Let's back up. We're at our 20s. We out here wilding. We living life. Thug life tatted on our chest, bitch. We outside, okay? Got ourselves in situations. We're learning. We're learning. We're learning, okay? Let's fast forward to our 30s. Okay, now we're collecting data, bitch. All right, never do that again. Never do. Hopefully. I told you I was a late bloomer. Fix that, fix that, fix that, fix. So in your 30s, you should be coasting. Had you utilized all the tools and things you've recognized through traumas and therapy, and if you didn't have a therapist, just a good support system and friend groups, and just analyzing and choosing yourself. Mind you, this channel is for people that choose themselves. And if you got to start somewhere, if you're choosing today to choose yourself, you got to go back a year. You got to start watching me from shit I posted a year ago. I'm telling you, it's all in real time. Which is, now to me, that's a flex. To me, that's a flex, but I digress. So in the 30s, we've collected the data and now we're applying it. So in your 40s, you won't have it figured out, because we'll never have it figured out. Once you get that through your head, life is so much lighter and easier and effortless. You'll never have it figured out. But in the 40s, you have collected enough data. You are where you have placed yourself. You are where every single choice you made, you're here because of you. Now, remember that energy bubble we started with in the beginning? Now let's back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Look at it. That's our energy bubble. Again, remember when we first started the morning meditation, I was looking at my apartment and I decluttered, I donated, I got rid of everything that I'm not bringing with me. You get what I'm saying? If it's not in alignment, it had to go. Now we're looking at it. Are we happy here? And what do we want to see next? Is everything in your energy, your presence, whether even down to your car, your career? I'm talking think big. This isn't for people that think in a box. We've bust out the box. We've already bust out the rooftop. We are up. We're so far up we don't fucking know, bitch. We just grabbing the gems as we go, bitch, because we don't look down. We don't go back. Shit didn't work then. Why is it gonna work now? Y'all stop. Stop, y'all? Y'all know my cats get crazy after a little while. So we're looking at it. Is everything in our energy in alignment with what's next? And is it easy to see what's next? And if it isn't, why not? Right? Because about a week ago, I was looking at it, and I'm human. I was looking at it like, oh my God, maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe I bit off more than I could chew. But then I had to, why am I thinking this way? And then I had to self-reflect in real time. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I can't do it? In the past, did it not work out? And I'm like, no, nigga, it always worked out in the past. And then I just go back further. What about the times where you were forced to make these moves without any resources? And in that moment, I'm like, is this what, like, I don't want to sound like, bitch, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say, is this what fear is? Is this genuine, like, scared of change? But then I'm like, I'm not scared of change. So what is this? It was a fear of disappointment. I'm very hard on myself. And I'm like, this was one of those moments where my intuition and my discernment got me here. Why am I questioning it? So it's a fear of disappointment. So I had to go on the other side of the scale. And it's like a fear of disappointment. And in real time, I'm like, yeah, because if you stay, you're going to be fucking miserable. And if you stay, you're going to be miserable. And if you continue with like this fear, like scared of disappointing, like there's room for error. There's room for error there. Why would you feel disappointed? The only person that could disappoint you in this situation is you. So I had to take a step back, like, oh shit, bitch, yeah, this is me versus me right now. But that's how life is, isn't it? That's what I'm saying, Andrew. Yeah, because once you really, really, really can self-reflect in real time and hold yourself 100% accountable in every situation instead of pointing the finger, I feel like life is so much, it's less complicated. How many times do we want to go against, go against, go against? Okay, how the fuck did I even get here? First of all, how did I energetically align in this? Let's start there. And when I tell people that, they're like, "What? Yeah, how the fuck did I get into this?" And then the realization, it's either like, "Oh, you didn't," and I could exit stage left, and then I have to self-reflect in real time and be like, "Bitch, caught you slipping. Where was you thinking a little, where were you? How do I say it? What muscle?" If we look at it as a muscle, what muscle haven't you been training? What muscle haven't you been working on? And it was sort of like, oh, you was letting your guard down a little bit. You wasn't actually listening to all those ping pings. Like you let them slide. No, see what happens when you let shit slide? Now we got to build that back up, build that back up. So I feel like it's an energy. It's a frequency. If you look at it like that, it's an energy. It's a frequency you don't want to get below. And in pattern recognition, if you feel yourself getting below that frequency, you start to see what you start to attract in that frequency. And bitch, I don't want it no more. I don't want it no more. If I gotta remain in this frequency, bitch, it's gonna take a lot of other motherfuckers to get in this frequency too. And it's sort of like floating. That's the only way. I just literally saw it's like floating in water. Some people can float forever. Some people don't even know how to fucking swim. Think about it. It's like floating in water. How long can you float in water? And that's a bad analogy because, bitch, nobody can float forever. But you get what I'm saying. It's like floating in water. There's going to be some people that be like, oh, I can't do it anymore and go back to shore. There's going to be some people that, bitch, you the last man standing. Exactly. You got to work for it. You just can't float, bitch. You got to concentrate. You got to think. It's like floating. You have to remember not to be too hard on yourself if your intuition is slightly different because it could be the wrong outcome and that ultimately builds your mindset. Facts, I can float for shit, but I can swing. All right. But what do you mean? What do you mean about if your intuition is slightly different because it could be the wrong outcome? What do you mean? Explain that. I love the engagement. Explain that because you and I talk like this. Because if your intuition is off, the word wrong is throwing me. Different because it could be the wrong outcome. Who's to say it's the wrong outcome? I'm open to the outcome not being exactly how I saw it because I know what I want and what the universe has for me, what God has for me is way bigger. I just run upstairs and tell that nigga, yo, this is what I want. This is what I would like. You can deliver it. And with the bells and whistles. You missed that part. So I feel like my connection with God, this is how I tell people, this is how I'm explaining God and prayer and what morning meditation is, to get people's doors open. So I feel like heaven is just a bunch of rooms in the clouds. Everybody got a white door. Everybody got a number. It could be your favorite number. A lot of people's doors is closed. And that's the access that they have to God. Now, for me and my door is open. My door is open. He's allowed my door to stay open because I go up and down the stairs so much. So I'll run up the stairs and be like, nigga, this is the idea that I got. I need you to deliver it with the bells and whistles because I'm giving this to you. And I know you'll deliver it perfectly. And I'll run back down the stairs. A lot of people's doors are closed. And like I said earlier, they might have to take a number. They might have to sign some paperwork, bitch, because who the fuck are you? They might have to wait for somebody to answer the door. There might be a line. You get what I mean? And that's what I'm saying about a person's personal relationship with whomever it is they pray to. When was the last time you prayed? When was the last time you gave thanks? When was the last time you had an attitude of gratitude? You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm hoping by, a couple months, maybe next year, when I run up my own steps to my open door that when I look back, everybody's door is open. That's my goal. I know that's a big goal, but you got to think big, bitch. Why would you only want to like affect one or two doors? I want everybody's door to be open. So, yeah. Y'all, I got a salad from Chick-fil-A yesterday. Do you know I only ate half of it? And I was starving. I woke up starving. Like, yo, I follow my work schedule. I don't know. I work 7 at night till 7 in the morning. So, like, from 7 at night, from 7 last night, like, I didn't eat anything until now. And when I looked in the refrigerator for my creamer, I still had half the salad here. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I only ate half the calories yesterday? Bitch, and I still feel good? Okay, we're going to incorporate that shit into this day and probably until the end of the year. You get what I'm saying? This is how my mind operates. So by this time in January, where everybody's making their New Year's resolutions, bitch, we should have already lost like 5 pounds. Because you know what? We're not unalived by not eating the whole fucking salad. I always like to kill two birds with one stone. I don't know if that's the Gemini in me. Yeah, I always like to be ahead of the game. I fasted yesterday. I'll eat around 12 p.m. Okay, well, Andrew, I'll be your accountability buddy. I won't eat till 12 either. That'll put me at a smooth 16. Cool. I won't eat till 12 either. I did have a cup of coffee though. Well, a half a cup. I'm still fiddling with it. Yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, I always like to kill two birds with one stone. Like, because I know there's just not one way of doing things. We all know that. But how can we, like at work, I'll go to work, but I'm also working on my life coaching, like appointments and scheduling readings and going live. Like I'm always trying to build my audience, and because to me, like I can't wait to get monetized, because it's like, you know what, it all worked itself out. It paid off. Like I killed two birds with one stone. And even like right now with the morning meditation is also helping me remain accountable, remain consistent, like checking in with my emotions, checking in with you guys. Like that's what you go to a channel for. You get what I mean? But it's also easier for me to like the journals. Like I can't keep going back to journals and looking, trying. It's easier for me to like go back on my own meditation and be like, that's what I was talking about this day, and to apply it to myself. Because bitch, I told you, I like to hear me talk. I got some good ass ideas, and 9 times out of 10, I'm like channeling my morning message anyway, so I don't even remember. So I feel like I'm killing two birds with one stone with morning meditation too. I think it's a vibe. Y'all like it? Oh, Andrew, you don't want to know. Baby, you don't want to know. But I already said, it's not that I'm counting this year out. I said I'm going to go hard next year with my watch hours. But if I'm building my following now and building my subscribers up, I feel like it'll get there. So I said in January, that's why I'm starting now, to try to be consistent. Because next year I'm taking my watch hours serious. You want to know? That is it. That is, I think you meant that's real. I love it though. I don't know. You lost me. I'm at 230 watch hours. Yeah, I don't get a lot of watch hours. Yeah, I don't know. So I did change my name. I did notice, well, okay, here's the thing. When I first started my channel, I told people in 2013, I was working at like a halfway house, and a lot of the inmates were like, it was easy for them to find you. And back then, you couldn't, everybody had social media. Social media was just in its entry stage in life or whatever. And if the inmate or whatever was caught on your social media, like you automatically got fired. So all of my social media, I had to make it where it wasn't easy to find me. And it sort of bit me in the ass later on, because I never thought I would have a YouTube channel. I always never wanted. I was too shy. I never saw myself having a YouTube channel. But the way the world has like gone into technology, it's like, oh yeah, yeah, I want to do it, but never thinking that when I started Triggers Tarot, it was because I didn't want to be found. So when I would look for myself on here, it was like, damn, bitch, can't nobody find you. So I feel like that's a big part of the problem, that it's hard to find me because you either pop up with a band or a song, which is an amazing song. It's by Morshiba. It's called Trigger Hippie, which is my nickname. It's so ironic. Trust me, it's so ironic. So I changed my name. So I feel like I'm easier to find now when you look for me, but still not easy because I'm still in transition from corporate world to independent. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to say entrepreneur because I'm an entrepreneur nigga and I'm still independent with mine. So it's a transition. But I feel like with me moving to Nevada and like not being at my job, it'll be easier for me to vlog and take y'all cross country on, you get what I'm saying? You see the vision? So the channel's gonna grow because it's gonna be something different every fucking day. You get what I'm saying? So I'm optimistic about it. And I'm realistic about it. I haven't been consistent. I post a short every day and expect to get like 1 million followers, which is the goal, but some people do it. But listen, it's a big world out there. And for me to have captured the minds and hearts and of 730 people, that's a vibe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Because there's a lot of people that don't have that. To me, I got 730 people that support me. That's support. I have 730 people that support me. And I appreciate that. You know? Yep, I gotta follow through. And I've come to the point where I've established that I'm just here to float in this world. And I've always felt like that since I was little. And my mom would ask me, she's like, what do you mean by float? And I was like, I just want to go everywhere. I just want to be everywhere. And I always told her, like, I want to be a household name. And one of my favorite movies is called Welcome to Me. I think she was like bipolar or schizophrenic or something, which if you watch the movie, she does seem batshit crazy. But in all actuality, she solved her own healing process, whatever. It's a great movie. It's literally her on a spiritual journey, but they just said she was bipolar initially. But when she reenacted all of her traumas in real time, it made sense. You gotta watch it. So yesterday I was like, I've been wanting to see like a red cardinal. I was like, damn, I haven't seen any red cardinals in a while. Like that was usually my sign, like, bitch, everything's gonna be okay. And I thought about the movie. I was like, I wanna watch this movie. And I was like, sorry, y'all know I'm smoking. I know I want to get to 1K, Andrew. I feel it. I really do feel it. That'll be such an amazing, oh my God. I would literally have a 1K live. I would get dressed up. I would have balloons. And I really feel like I want to do it. I feel like it can happen for the new year because I really want to have a New Year's party with me and all my subbies. Whoever doesn't have family or have anybody to party with, I want to party with everybody. I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna pack, and that's gonna start like, all right guys, this is our countdown to our cross country road trip. And I want everybody to start their new year off on a good motherfucking foot. Like, oh my God, I just want to bring that energy for everybody, that they just need it. Like, I need to know, I need to see, I need to do it, I need to be doing the same thing. You get what I mean? And that's, to me, that's floating. I want to just float all over. I just want to float. Oh yeah, but back to the movie. I didn't want to type it in because I felt like if I type it in, this isn't like the universe like confirming, bitch, because you know what I'm saying, I said I wanted to watch, and if I type it in, y'all know, if y'all manifest and know what I'm talking about. So I'm looking through the channel guide, bitch, why was the movie on there? I was like, touche, universe, touche. I wanted proof, I got proof. So I watched it. I watched the movie. I watched it and it was kind of funny. And like I realized certain parts in the movie and I was like, oh, that's what she meant by that. And that's where she realized this. It's called Welcome to Me. It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. You spoke it too? Exactly. Great minds think alike. I'm turned, especially on Supreme Live. I'm gonna tell him, let's get you on camera. Oh yeah. I feel like he tries. Oh, and I love Supreme's channel. Listen, either you fuck with him or you don't. And he's a real ass nigga. I just feel like he's like the lady in the movie. Like, I'm only going off of my experience. And that's what I keep telling everybody. This is your experience. It could work however you want. I love when he crashes out and he self-reflects about it. He comes back and he realizes it. You get what I'm saying? That's exactly what she did in the movie. Like, they couldn't figure out why she kept crashing out. Nigga, this is why. And she made her own show. She made her own reality show. She hit the lottery. And she made her own TV show. She produced it. She played all the actors, bitch, because the actors wasn't giving. And she would tell them, you're not giving. Like, it was so good. But I feel like for you to say that on Supreme's channel, it's sort of like, I make people think, Andrew. It gets deep over here. I feel like my introduction on Supreme's channel is like, oh, she funny as hell, she funny as hell. But when you get over here on my channel, it's like, oh, what is this bitch doing? She's deep over here. And a lot of people aren't into tarot. You get what I'm saying? So, we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I think it'll all tie together and be even more well received because the reason why I'm moving to the West Coast is spiritual. So it's like whatever part people come in on, it's sort of like, it's going to be a good ride. I'm optimistic as fuck. It sounds good, right? See what I mean? Thank you, Andrew. That's the whole point. I want people to, that's why it's called Triggers Tarot. Nobody put the two together. Nobody put the two together. And I always would wonder why, like in situations like, damn, why am I always the odd girl out? Why am I always the one in all this drama? And it's not that I'm in drama. It's, I see the drama. I'm addressing the drama. And I didn't realize I was addressing the drama during the drama. You get what I'm saying? I didn't realize. I was saying, oh, well, you're not a good person. You lied about that. So if you lie about this, you'll lie about everything. Now I got everybody looking at this person like, oh, you are a liar. Every time I'm around you, there is some shit going on. But is it easier to point the finger at that person and then risk everything that they've worked on together? Or is it easier to just point out the new girl out or point out, well, what's the common denominator in all of this? Is it easier to just say, oh, it's you? You get what I'm saying? Energetically, as opposed to, a lot of people don't want to hold themselves accountable. And on my channel, you have to hold yourself accountable because either you're not going to like what I'm saying or you're going to be like, she's an asshole. You get what I mean? A lot of people don't get it, especially when I'm learning about my journey, right? And I feel like I'm the guide. I've always wanted, it even says it, I'm your transformation therapist. I wish I had a guide, a me to guide me through what these changes were. Because everybody thinks, transformation and spiritual upgrades is all like frills and rainbows and glitter and shit. No, nigga, it gets lonely, it gets sad, it gets the realization of all the shit you've allowed and all the people that tap danced on your emotions and another other group of people that only kept you around for their own selfish gain, and then you got your other people that was trying to encourage you and keep you going and growing, and then when you look for them, they're out of reach because they kept elevating, and then you're stuck, and then you reevaluate your circle and realize, bitch, you the reason, and why did I do, you get what I'm saying? People tend to spiral. People tend to spiral. And what caused that spiral? Every time somebody spirals, they look back and I'm just standing there like, what did I miss? Am I the drama? So when Cardi B dropped that album, bitch, Am I the Drama? I was like, oh, I am. Oh, I am. But no, in all actuality, I'm your accountability partner that you didn't ask for. This keep going out. It's so windy. Yes, and they count on us for that grounded. Yes, yes. And that's why I tell everybody energetically step back from your energy bubble, reevaluate, reassess. How do you feel? How do you feel? Remove yourself from it. How do you feel right now? Do you feel better removed from that energy? Okay, why? What's going on over there that makes you feel uneasy? What's in that energy that makes you feel uneasy? Nigga, I self-reflect in real time, baby. I'm gonna show you. Go look at my short at the Gemini card. It's literally a woman. She's facing one way and her eyes are open, but then there's another part of her, like behind her, is a whole nother person, like a head, but the eyes are closed. Years, and they count on us for the. Oh yeah. Oh my God, it is so cold. My feet are so cold, y'all. What the hell? What the hell, auntie? But yeah, Andrew, this is what I do. This is what I does at 5 a.m. And if you heard that, that's me trying to charge my phone. It's about to die. That's usually the time frame. Well, I'm gonna go see real quick. Yeah, it's dope. And it said a new something is coming. Let me go over here and look at it. Hold on. It is so cold. I lied. It says the answers you need are coming, and it's a new moon in Gemini. So I feel really optimistic about all of this, all of us, the channel, the new subbies, the future endeavors we're gonna experience together. I'm super hype about it, and I hope everybody that comes to morning meditation is hype about the future of us together, because I feel like we're just gonna make magic. Call it what you want. Usually get up around 4 a.m. to mentally prepare for the day, and 5 nice. So you see, this is catered to you. I want to be that person in your ear while you're on your run and you're going through your emotions, you're sweating, your adrenaline is pumping, and your brain cells, you get all those creative juices open and flowing so you can like receive everything. Oh my God, that's a good flex. I don't know if I'm gonna start walking I can't walk during morning meditation though. I feel like you're cheating. You're going to be cheating. Because if you're going to be exercising and listening to me, you're cheating. Because you're like double open mentally and energetically. So I got to figure out something too. What should I do? Maybe yoga. Yeah, I'm going to start doing yoga with morning meditation. Thank you, Andrew. Look at us. Ah! All right, I got to go. I got to go take a shower. And yeah, enjoy this day, because we're gonna have a good ass day because we deserve it. And I will post the short from yesterday. There's gonna be 2. I have the one from yesterday, but like I said, it was my daughter's birthday, so I took that day. I'm allowed, so I'll post 2 today. Will I go live later? I gotta see how I feel, y'all. I gotta see energetically where we at. But for now, we're going to end it here, and have a great fucking day. Andrew, thank you for being here. And we're going to link up 12 p.m. Enjoy your lunch, and I'll do the same. Bye.